Samuel Sharpe, known affectionately as Daddy Sharpe, was a revolutionary thinker, preacher, and martyr whose unwavering fight for freedom cemented his place as one of Jamaica's greatest heroes. Born enslaved in 1801 on a plantation owned by Samuel and Jane Sharpe in St. James Parish, Jamaica, Sharpe's early life bore the scars of a system designed to oppress. Yet, it was within these constraints that he developed a profound intellect, spiritual strength, and an unrelenting drive to challenge the injustices of slavery. Samuel Sharpe's enslavers allowed him privileges denied to most slaves. He learned to read and write, which elevated him in the eyes of both enslaved and free people. His intelligence and eloquence earned him respect, and his Christian faith provided a moral foundation for his worldview. Sharpe became a Baptist deacon at the Burchell Baptist Church, led by English missionary Reverend Thomas Burchell. Baptist churches in Jamaica were unique in their acceptance of enslaved individuals as full members, even allowing them to take leadership roles. For Sharpe, the church became a platform to spread his message of liberation. Traveling between plantations for work, he witnessed the brutality faced by slaves, which fostered his belief that slavery was not only inhumane, but also incompatible with Christian teachings. By the late 1820s, discussions in the British Parliament about abolishing slavery reached the ears of enslaved Jamaicans. Sharpe, like many others, mistakenly believed that Parliament had already granted emancipation and that plantation owners were conspiring to withhold this news. Fueled by this belief, Sharpe devised a plan for a peaceful workplace strike. Sharpe's plan was bold but rooted in nonviolence. He proposed that slaves refuse to work after Christmas Day in 1831 unless they were paid. Sharpe spread this message through the Baptist Church, where he was a respected leader. He emphasized that the strike should be peaceful, aligning with his Christian principles and his belief in the moral power of passive resistance. Despite Sharpe's intentions for a nonviolent strike, the situation quickly escalated. On December 27, 1831, at the Kensington estate in St. James, frustrated slaves set fire to the sugarcane fields. This act of defiance marked the beginning of what would become known as the Christmas Rebellion or the Baptist War. The rebellion spread rapidly, involving an estimated 60,000 enslaved individuals across western Jamaica. It was the largest slave uprising in Jamaican history, a direct challenge to the system of oppression that had defined their lives for centuries. However, the slaves were poorly equipped, armed mostly with makeshift weapons, and lacked formal military training. In contrast, the colonial authorities responded with overwhelming force. British troops and Maroon militias, a group of formerly enslaved people who had won their freedom through treaties, were deployed to suppress the rebellion. After 10 days of conflict, the rebellion was quashed. Over 200 slaves were killed in the fighting, and the violence didn't end there. Colonial authorities launched a brutal crackdown in the aftermath of the rebellion. Trials were held to punish the so-called ringleaders, resulting in the execution of approximately 310 to 340 enslaved individuals. Samuel Sharpe was among those arrested. While imprisoned, Sharpe maintained his belief in the righteousness of his cause. In conversations with Reverend Henry Bleby, he expressed no regret for his actions, declaring, "I would rather die upon yonder gallows than live my life in slavery." On May 23, 1832, at just 31 years old, Samuel Sharpe was executed by hanging in the Montego Bay marketplace. His body was initially buried in the harbor sands, but was later reinterred beneath the pulpit of the Burchell Baptist Church, a fitting resting place for a man of faith and conviction. Though the rebellion failed to achieve immediate emancipation, it sent shockwaves across the British Empire. The sheer scale and intensity of the uprising highlighted the unsustainability of slavery, accelerating the abolition movement in Britain. By 1834, just 2 years after Sharpe's death, the Slavery Abolition Act was passed, bringing an end to slavery across the British Empire. Sharpe's sacrifice did not go unrecognized. In 1975, the government of Jamaica honored him as a national hero, conferring upon him the Order of the National Hero. The title RT. Excellent Samuel Sharpe stands as a testament to his enduring impact on Jamaican history and the global fight for justice. 10 key facts about Samuel Sharpe. 1. Samuel Sharpe was born in 1801 on a plantation in St. James Parish, Jamaica, owned by Samuel and Jane Sharpe. He was also called Archer by his enslavers. 2. Unlike most enslaved people, Sharpe was literate, a privilege that earned him widespread respect among slaves and free individuals. 3. Sharpe served as a deacon at Birchall Baptist Church in Montego Bay, where he used his position to educate slaves about Christianity and freedom. 4. Sharpe planned a peaceful general strike to protest the injustices of slavery, intending to use economic pressure to force change. 5. Sharpe's strike escalated into the largest slave uprising in Jamaican history, involving 60,000 enslaved individuals. 6. The rebellion was crushed by British troops and Maroon militias, with over 200 slaves killed during the conflict. 7. Sharpe was hanged on May 23, 1832, at the Montego Bay Marketplace. He remained steadfast in his beliefs until the end, declaring he would rather die than live as a slave. 8. The Christmas Rebellion highlighted the cruelty of slavery and hastened the passage of the Slavery Abolition Act in 1834. 9. In 1975, Sharpe was declared a national hero of Jamaica, commemorating his role in the struggle for freedom. 10. Sharpe's remains were reburied beneath the pulpit of the Birchall Baptist Church, symbolizing his spiritual and revolutionary legacy. Samuel Sharpe's life is a powerful reminder of the strength of the human spirit in the face of oppression. His faith, intelligence, and courage transformed him into a symbol of hope for his people. By leading the largest slave rebellion in Jamaica's history, Sharpe demonstrated that even in the darkest circumstances, the fight for justice and dignity can light a path toward freedom. Today, his story serves as an inspiration not only to Jamaicans but to all who value equality and human rights. Samuel Sharpe's legacy endures, a testament to the power of resilience, leadership, and the unbreakable pursuit of justice. Thank you for watching.